It is. So we have right, as we said, 10 reverse lunges into a knee raise. That's more just an extra balance piece if you want it. We have 10 front loaded, although that's optional. Good mornings. And then 10 per side bird dog crunches. Okay. And then we have some B stance crossbody deadlifts and some half kneeling bicep curls into overhead press. So we're kind of like adding little bits and pieces on top of other things. Okay. So let's just kind of get rolling here with some cat cows, bird dogs, all the usual. Sorry, I have spotlights, so not much I could do about that. But and then kind of go from there. Try and get myself a decent setup. And if you have any questions as we go along, let me know. What makes sense here? There may be some ambient noise, which is okay. Sorry. Good. Taking your time to for cats, cows, alternating arms and legs for your bird dogs. So here. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I can't say. Okay, beautiful. So next thing we're gonna do are our 90-90s, right? So just a quick kind of checking with the hips. It's okay to have tight hips. Just know that we have them. Excellent. And we'll finish off with a little spinal tabletop position, a little thoracic spine reach through. But in between each one, right? Normally we kind of reach through, right up and through. If you want to alternate, you can go into child's pose. This is often not a requirement. Child's pose in between, back to tabletop, switching side. Let's do a total of 6 of these. Adding the child's pose in here and there. Okay, so because since we're on the floor, let's start with the bird dog crunch because we're here. Um, if you have a bench, you can do something a little bit different. But ultimately, bird dog crunch, we've done these before, right? As I extend my right arm, my left leg, I'm either going to bring my right elbow to my right knee, my left knee to my left elbow, or I can go across, right? So it kind of either across or dead on. You're going to be doing 10 per side of these. That's your third motion. So we're not starting there. We're just covering range. We're just checking in. You can pause. The first thing we're going to do on our list are, so we said you can do extra, but we're not doing anything yet. Okay, so you're good. Just covering the movements. 10 per side reverse lunges into a knee raise. That is where I step back, right? I could bring my feet together first if I'd like, and then knee raise. Or maybe I skip it all together. They're both fine, but the less contacts you points you have, the more challenging it is from a balance perspective. So you can always put a foot down when you need it. Okay. I've written 10 per side here. If 10 per side is too much, right? Because that ends up being quite a lot. You can do 10 total. Got it? So you can make it 10 total instead of 10 per side. In fact, I'm going to make it 10 total executively. And then good mornings can be loaded or unloaded. You can decide, right? So it doesn't weight in front or not. So either your weight is carried here or we have a hand behind the head. So let's go ahead and start that when you're ready. We have our reverse lunges into a knee raise first. All right, let's start with that. On your reverse lunge steps into a knee raise, you can alternate or not. Okay. If you're comfortable adding volume, you can, but I'll make it 10 total as the executive rule decision. Good mornings are meant to be nice activation and stretch. And you're doing a few extra doses, so that's fine. Keep the chest up and the eyes forward. I don't want any rounding or flexion of the spine. A little more hamstring and glute emphasis on this. Good. So it's not quite a forward fold. Its own category. Your bird dog crunch is 10 per side. It's quite a lot. But this movement makes it feel like an ab piece. I like to stand one side at a time. That's just me, just because it's easier to count. But if you want to alternate, you walk to I just find a little clunky myself. Good stuff. Once you make it through your bird dog crunches, you're gonna start back at your reverse lunges into a knee raise. Nice job. Nice work. Your length of your lunge step is kind of up to you in terms of comfort. All works for you. The back knee does not need to touch the ground, however, if that is not for you. No bad. Those good mornings. And again, if you're super flexible, it's okay if you don't quote, feel them. Um, that's not always going to happen if you're more on the flexible side of things. Nice job making your way through round 3. Good. Once you made through 3 times, you've done a great job here. All joking aside, if you don't need to feel like you have to, it's not a race. You're going to slow down. Like meant to be check-ins and activations. You're going too quickly. Sometimes you can't tell. Nice job with the bird dog crunches. You still want some intention, right? I want to like extend your leg behind you, just sort of kind of like straighten the leg instead of bent. So I'd rather back. Yeah, good. Good. While, excuse me, while we are kind of transitioning from our activation or check-ins into the body of our work, I've changed the rep scheme a little bit. So just keep your ears open. If you're still moving, that's fine. I have 4 sets of stick per leg, bean stance, cross body deadlifts, which I'll show you. We did this 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, followed by 8 per side, half kneeling, bicep curl into overhead press. So sort of adding some complexity to this last one. First and foremost, we have the deadlift. The B stance just means that my feet are not even, that like one foot is slightly behind the other or slightly in front of the other. My front leg is my deadlift leg. Okay, so whatever that is. When I'm doing this cross body variation, instead of my weight, okay, so my right leg is behind me. Can you see that makes sense? Okay. I'm going to go ahead, instead of coming directly forward, keeping my foot in line, I'm going to actually bring my kettlebell towards my front foot, my big toe. All right. I'm not actually going to touch it because I don't want to hurt my big toe. But if I were doing this unweighted, instead of hinging this way, I would be hinging this way. But my hip isn't moving. Just to be clear, I'm not sticking my hip out to make that happen. My hip is still moving back. And yeah, if that's too much, right? Coordinating the hip position, or it's causing some downstream knee pain, good old fashioned B stance deadlift is it. Does that make sense? Thumbs up, it makes sense. Thumbs down, it doesn't. That one for Carrie. Great. Okay. Um, so simplify if you need to simplify. So you're doing 6 per side there. Ideally, we add some weight. Maybe, perhaps. A tote bag is great for this. You need to put some books in it. The second movement is your half kneeling. So that's this position, right? Sort of taking a knee. Bicep curl, right? So your bicep curl, I can't show you on camera. So, but bicep curl is here, right? And the overhead press, I'll show you from the waist and up. So I'm half kneeling. You have to trust me on that one. Okay. I have my right leg bent. So I like to have, if I'm pressing my right legs forward, I'm pressing with my left arm. So I have room on that leg. I'm going to curl the weight, press, shoulder, back down, curl, right? The curl is going to, at least for me, limit the way I lift. But what I was talking about was this relationship. Right leg forward, I like to curl this way. I want room to curl. I don't really have room if I go that way. Okay. So what we're going to do here, start with your 6 per leg, B stance, little split stance, cross body deadlift. If it needs to be a good old fashioned B stance deadlift, I'm fine with that. The rotation is not, it can be challenging for some. Okay. Good. So yeah. So still keep the weight kind of in line with your feet, and you're going to be standing on your right leg, Carrie. So the left leg is, it's more decorative right now. Yeah, there we go. So that hip has room to, there we go. Move backwards. So you're rotating through the hip, not the low back. So that looks a little, I don't know, I can't tell it's low back, Joseph, or not. But if you're rotating the torso, not dropping the pelvis. Move it back first, like a good, yeah. So if you put like lateral glute mostly. If it's more low back, let me know.
It's more squatty though, yes? No. Okay.
That doesn't look like a squat to me, Carrie. That looks like,
Okay.
yeah. The back knee is going to bend too. It has to. It can't be left behind.
Yeah.
Um, and that's okay. And if you have a dumbbell, I realize versus the kettlebell, the form factor is different enough where you might not be getting as close to the floor, which is okay.
I have a
As long as
kettlebell.
you've,
I'm gonna go get it in a second. I wanted to get the form right first.
yeah, exactly. And with rotation, it gets a little bit, I mean, you can think of it like, I'm trying to think, alluding it to it. When you're running, you hopefully don't jut your hip out to the side, right?
Right.
So this would be rotating the torso and kind of internally rotating that hip, which can be a little like a brain teaser. So if that is too much of a brain teaser, just do a good old fashioned split stance deadlift. Yeah. Bicep curl, press. So you're only doing 6 per side carry, just a heads up on 6 per side on the
Say that
deadlifts.
again? Oh,
You're only
six.
doing 6, yeah.
Yeah, I was getting a little extra there.
You know, a little extra is fine as long as that was intentional extra.
Not on
So,
purpose, actually.
um, yep. So let's get your bicep curl, press back down, and you're doing four. Or sorry, you're doing 8 per side on these. You need to bring the volume down because your weight choice suggests you only have a few weight choices. It's okay to adjust the volume up for a few more, although I think stopping at 8 is plenty, and then or decreasing it to 6. Good. You have 4 total sets of this. Resting between sets is encouraged. Okay. Good. It's okay if that weight does not touch the ground, right? I mean, it can certainly, but by no means does it need to. So slightly less rotation with the back. I don't want to reach forward. If you're reaching through the shoulder, Joseph, it's too much. So if you're reaching kind of through here, I want to keep the shoulders square. We're rotating through trunk rotation. And it's subtle. Imagine your spine's rigid and you're rotating the spine as one piece, which I know is sort of everything. Yeah, yeah. Feel free to ask questions. I know it's odd.
I don't follow at all. You
Okay,
want me to move the weight to the side, but you also want me to not move my shoulders.
correct. Yes, which I know sounds like an odd thing to say, but I will say this. I don't want what I'm trying to avoid is I'm trying to avoid, so I mimic this, right? I'm trying to avoid if we're looking head on, what I'm noticing is you're doing this through the back, like through the shoulder blade, as opposed to keeping the shoulders stable, right? So like I was to go out to a row or something. And then as I come down, I rotate through like through my hip, right? So this opposite hip here and sort of this ab, but I'm not actually dropping my shoulder. The shoulder is staying where it was in the first place. So it's more stiff. So basically, instead of dropping this way, I'm rotating. You're right. We're rotating and I go down that way. It's more a little more robotic. Like if I kind of right
Like this.
better. Yeah, basically I'm not trying to touch the ground and reaching. I'm not reaching with the shoulder. The shoulder isn't moving forward or backward.
Let's
It's
see if
just
I get it on 3 and 4.
yeah, I know, sorry, but I know it's a weird one. You're doing a great job. I think too in a lot of ways, if I know it's not your primary practice, but there's a lot less in this particular setup in the deadlift. There's a lot less protraction and retraction than there is in yoga. There's not like we're not moving around. It's like we're kind of stabilizing the joint and holding it. And I know that happens in yoga as well. But when we have external loads, it gets a little bit more specific. I don't have any yoga analogies because I don't do yoga. So I don't have any positions I can refer to. Good.
So we should feel it from our glutes
Yeah,
all the
same
way
sort of
down. Yeah.
like hamstring. Yeah, you can feel it in your calf too if you want. The other thing too, when we add rotation, we often feel it in the lateral hip as well, a little bit. Yeah. Good. Nice work. So let's try this. Instead of adding rotation, let's take it away first and then add it back in. Does that make sense? So just for, let's say, yeah, excellent, good. Good. To reach the ground instead of, again, a little reach with the shoulder. I can't tell if it's the camera angle, Joseph. You might be doing a great job here. But from the camera angle, it looks like as you come down, again, the shoulder's still kind of reaching forward. I don't need this. I need this. The shoulder kind of back, right? Lats engaged. Yeah, there we go. Now, if we have that idea and add a little rotation, just rotate the kettlebell and your belly button towards your. Gee, thank you. Can I say hi to everybody? Yeah, that's better. Yeah. And just over the front, just over the big toe, Joseph, nothing crazy. Or towards the big toe. Don't smush it. Like it's okay to manage your volume here. 4 sets is quite a lot. So if you need to, um, either adjust the number of rounds or sets and or volume.
I may have forgot the count, but I think I'm in 4.
Ish. I think you're on 4 too. That feels about right. But it's they're doing one that match deadlifts. That's why you're hearing all the noises. I'm not sure how these headphones are doing, but if you hear
You're
that
good.
woo,
You're good.
it's one or max deadlifting, deadlift day. Nice job, Reese. Keep the arm straight. So we're not rowing the dumbbell. I want the arm to stay straight. You're just imagine your deadlift. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, if that rotation is just messing with your head, just good old fashioned straight. Yeah, nice, Joseph. Nice work, Joseph. That's great. For your half kneeling, just think of it as a recovery position, opening up the hips. Nice stretch. Like Meg's racing, was it in Cozumel or was it out somewhere else? With the race she did this weekend?
It was another place in Mexico, and I can't remember the name of the city.
Okay, so it was another place. It wasn't Cozumel. Okay, got
Yeah,
it. I
she
knew it was
stayed.
Mexico.
She stayed in Carlsbad as long as she could until it was time for the race.
I think that was it. That's what I noticed she had changed departments, but I didn't put two and two together. Nice job. Nice work. Good work. 4 times through. I wasn't counting, all joking aside. So if you think you did 4, you may stop. Carrie, you did an extra.
I was just making sure I counted right.
It's okay if you didn't count right. It's not the end of the world.
It's all good.
You're good. Okay, so from here, what do you have for time? I think we're actually quite fast today. Sorry.
6:40.
6:40. Okay. So you're actually quick or you're efficient. It doesn't matter. Um, I have 30-second intervals. I'm actually going to add 30 seconds of, well, actually, how this goes. In my mind's eye, okay, as I wrote it down, 3 times through, 30-second intervals. Um, there wasn't any inherent rest. It was just like switching into one thing to the other. But there is going to be some transitions here. Okay. So I have 30-second forearm plank body saws, which we did a few weeks ago, which I'll show you guys. We have T's, I's, Y's, and W's. This is going to require very light weights. So I'm thinking like a can of beans. If you have itty bitty dumbbells, like Arisa, beautiful. But not like a traditional weight. Okay. So like if I'm at the gym, I use change plates. So sort of you can mull that over. Cans of beans work great here. That's kind of, or soup, 15 ounces, 14 ounces. If little dudes, great. But I'll explain those positions a little bit. Um, Followed by goblet squats. So you can still have your, good old fashioned, you know, big weights available. So 30 seconds of each. This might be, I'm tempted to add rest in between or just transition time because it's a lot, right? Um, and it's just continuous movement, right? So your forearm plank body saws, we've done these before, so these should look familiar. Sorry, not the plyo box. You want to see that. So I'll be in my plank shape. You can't see my feet, but they're there, I promise. And I'm going to go ahead and go towards my elbows, towards my toes, towards my elbows, towards my toes. I'm just kind of, right, rocking back and forth. That's your body saw. Your T's, I's, Y's, and W's, they're all shoulder exercises. One moment, please. So I have 2.5 pounds here. You can go lighter. Of course, it's just what I have at the gym here. So you can do this standing. I'm going to kneel for the sake of demonstration. So we have shape. So I'm going to go without weight first. I want my thumbs up pretty much the whole time. With just a W. So we have, if we make the I shape, I'm going to be in this direction. I'm going to go I shape, right? I'm making an I shape, Y shape, right? T, and then W, right? So we'll do that with weights. So it's going to be I, Y, T, W, right? Um, and again, I want a weight that your shoulder can tolerate all of those shapes in. So there's a lot of posterior shoulder, upper back. You'll be ideally standing, not kneeling, but you can need to be slightly forward. And then have your goblet squats where you carry a weight, of course, in one hand, with 2 hands, and you squat. Any questions on this? All right, just from so squat. So here, Or of course you can use a kettlebell. So 30 seconds of each. I am attempted to add rest in partially because that's a lot. So what I might do is this. Let's add in rest between movements. Okay, so 15 seconds. If that's too short, then we'll add more. Okay, and see how that feels. Okay, I'm gonna try using my watch, which I've never tried before. I have a new watch. Okay, my friends, we're gonna start with your forearm plank body saws. So you're gonna go ahead and find your forearm plank position. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, there you go. So you're rocking towards your heels and then towards your elbows. Yeah, 30 seconds, 15 seconds to transition to standing position. 3, 2, 1, and switch, stand up, let's say. Now grab your change plates, your can of beans, whatever you have on hand. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, we get rest in 3, 2, 1. Gonna rest. Good. You have your goblet squats next. 3, 2, 1, and go. Two, 1, 15 seconds break. Good. If that's feeling too short, we can lengthen that, or you can lengthen it for yourself. 3, 2, 1, and go. This is round 2 of 3. Three, 2, 1. Good. Come to standing. You have 5 seconds. 2, 1, and go. So I have a slight, so body shouldn't be vertical. Should have, if it's my hip, I should be a little bit forward. Just a little. Yeah, that'll help the back of the shoulder feel active.
What's the acronym? We need to make one.
Oh, these are called, they're they're just letters. I mean, literally. I mean, right? 2, 1, rest. Think of IYTW. I just think you get it wider. That's how I think about it. I'm not helpful, but that's how I think about it. 3, 2, 1, and go. And this 15 seconds is way too short. Please tell me. Nice job. And rest. Do. Okay. Start in, it's a little longer on this one. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice work. Gonna have to take a break here and there as needed. 3, 2, 1, rest. So you're gonna start skinny and get wider on your letters, starting at I in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. I, Y, T, W. So pull the elbows a little down towards your waist. Good. Three, two, one. Final rest interval before your final set of goblet squats. Okay. 5, 3, 2, 1, and go. Final set. Nice work, y'all. 15 more seconds. 2, 1, and time. Nice job. Was that 15 seconds a reasonable break, or would you, I mean, if the intensity was meant to be fairly high, that was on purpose. So there was that. Was that okay?
I think it was good. It was just enough also to have good form and
Yeah.
transfer to the new thing without being
Yeah, not rushing the
busy.
transitions.
Good. Yeah, sometimes it's intentional, like where we expect you to lose time, and that's fine. This was meant to be more work than activation, right? This was kind of your heart rate comes up a little bit, all that good stuff. Um, as usual, we're a little early, which is quite nice. So, if you'd like 10 minutes on your day, by all means, take it. I wish you well. Um, thank you for your patience. I'm glad coffee talk went well. Um, I didn't have coffee until Nikki came and dropped it off. That kind of morning. Um, so anyway, um,
Right.
just curious, what do you guys have going on for the rest of the year? Nothing? What are the holidays like for you guys?
Oh, the rest of the year. Uh,
Which is not much.
I know. What is that? 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Uh, Transitioning work. I'm trying to roll off my current assignment.
good.
Um, but I was asked, could I come in 3 days this week? So
You
I'm,
need to start setting boundaries
well,
gently,
you
and
know,
then not so gently once you set them.
I don't have another job lined up, so I don't
Okay,
mind income. So,
money's
but
nice.
yes. And then, but I am, yeah. Oh, I got my own tax ID number now if I want to not use my social security number and get contract work. And
Cool.
then, yeah, and I'm looking for new work.
Good. Carrie, good. Carrie's holidays are fine.
Uh, they're full. I have a couple running races,
Cool.
5K this weekend and a 10K on my birthday
Your birthday, when's your
Oh,
birthday?
on the 27th. So if anyone wants to come out to Lake Chabot, Janet and
What
Maxine and
what's the
Angela,
distance?
it's whatever you wish. It's a choose your own adventure, but it's 5, 10 and a half.
Hmm,
Um,
That's
distance.
cool.
Work's kind of nutty right now. Today's our deadline for gifts for our clients, and we've been collecting for 2 weeks, so it's going to be nuts today.
Okay.
952 people. So the gifts are coming in strong, so I got to find my best
Okay.
elf hat today. But other than that,
Okay. Well, I wish you a good day as an elf. Sounds like fun. Joseph, things are well?
Yeah, holiday
Yeah.
parties this weekend, and then Festive 500 at the same day that Carrie's running her
oh,
10K.
that's right. Way to go. I
Are
forgot
you
about
you're
that.
doing it in one go, right?
That's the idea, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if I well,
Oh, shoot.
is if
I
I
can't be in two places at once. All right.
I mean, you could do the Festival 500, but part of your Festival 500 to the running race, do the running race, and then bike back, and you could do part of your Festival 500.
and there's a lot of time. We're doing a 300K in up north, coming back
Oh,
to the
cool.
city, and then our 200K to round it out is San Francisco, Santa Cruz, San Jose, and then we're taking Caltrain back.
Cool.
That's the
Nice.
route.
That's so
Nice.
awesome. I wish you good weather. I keep thinking about
Yeah.
it.
I mean, this will be the 6th time I'm attempting it, and of the 5 I've done it, it's rained 4 of them. So the ratio is not in my favor.
But the
Well,
fun
we'll still
factor,
think dry thoughts for you.
Yeah, I mean,
Dry
I have
and
fenders, I have reindeer. I'm not that worried about it. It's the other 2 people that are doing it with me that I'm not sure if they've experienced that yet.
yeah, I just have big rain pants that have suspenders, and I always feel really silly, but then I'm like, but my butt's not wet. So,
And they work.
and they work. So, and the suspenders mean they don't ride down, which are highly recommend. Well, I wish you a dry festive.
Thank you. I will take it.
And I was gonna say, I'll see you guys next week, hopefully in
yes.
my living room. I hope. Okay.
All right.
All
I'll see you
right.
guys
Nice to
next
see
week.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.